Hey, welcome back to Crane Collective. I am so excited that you are here. Thank you so much for checking in and clicking on this video. In this video, we are talking about beauty. We are going to be doing some faux locks, and I'm really super duper excited to share this experience with you. This is my first time doing faux locks, so I learned a lot while doing it, so I just really wanted to share it. But first, hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you stay in tune with everything we have going on. We talk about God, fashion, art, beauty, and community on this channel. So if you're interested in any of those topics, click that subscribe button. Okay, so as you can see, I started separating and braiding. So I watched this one technique to do faux braids, and she braided the real natural hair first in individual braids, and then she started doing the faux lock. So she said this was a speedier method, but when I tell you these took longer than expected, maybe because I put too many at the front, but I thought I was going to save time by putting fewer in the back. So as you can see right now, we are on like the 6th braid. So I thought that was going to be good enough, but I guess not. Because the braids took about 10 hours, but they are really long. They went all the way down to her butt. I stopped the faux lock mid-back, and then she had the deep wave goddess hair at the end to finish the dramatics of it all, So they turned out really well. I was really excited, and I just had to share with you. So we're going to continue to braid the natural hair. And this method provides less tension on the hair. And I think that was my biggest problem when I had faux locks. So I had these really long faux locks. My friend did them really well. They were super tight, and they were like platinum blonde. I went to Miami with them. It was everything, right? But then when I took them out, my hair was really thin. Mind you, I have finer hair, and I think I have like 4B, 4A maybe. I don't know though. See, I'm not a naturalista specialist, but I do love my natural hair. So I really wanted to preserve my natural hair, just make sure it was good and not super thin, So when I took those out, I was kind of upset. I ain't even gonna hold you up. But, I smacked some sew-ins and some wig braids in, and I was okay. So it was no big deal. So I think this solves that problem that I was having with my hair thinning, because, those braids get to tugging on your follicles for 2 months straight, not getting a break at all. So I think this might help a little bit. And I might do this technique on my hair as well, but we will see. I think I might put in some jumbo braids and do it on the channel. If you're interested in seeing that, let me know. Okay. And then I will do a video for you. But mind you, I never had jumbo box braids, but I kind of want my jumbo box braids to be to the flow, baby. Swinging, love, So that's that. And let's continue to braid. And at any time, if you want to skip ahead, you definitely can. Oh, the gel I'm using, it's in an orange container, and it's braiding gel. I just put it on the back of my hand and use it whenever need be. So I made sure that the side ones were big enough to protect your edges, because that's the biggest thing with braids. You gotta protect the edges and your hair. So this one I separated in 3, and I thought that was going to be enough. Or I thought that was going to be okay. And while I was finishing up the hair, and you'll see that in a minute, I decided to just split this row into 2 and not 3. Because you see that little edge one right there? I was like, yeah, Kanekalon, I need more hair on it. And this one is split into 2. Because I know that's like a sensitive spot to girls. And I wanted to protect that. And we're done. Second half of the video, let's lock her up. As you can see, I have the deep wave going on a little bit. I made sure that I crocheted, aka latch hooked. You remember that word? Latch hook. Like, girl, you got the latch hooks. For real. But then they switched it up to crochet braids. Like, okay. So I slowed this part down for you just so you can see it. But I took, right, a piece of that deep wave, latch hooked it in, as you can see. Hold one side, pull the other side through, and then do the third one. So I thought this was going to save me a little bit of time, but I think it just made it a little bit more chaotic. So what I would do, if I did these again, I would keep the hair close to me, maybe pre-divide it. So now I'm taking some braiding hair, as you guys can see, the puffy kind. The complete descriptions of the hair will be in the description box for you. These are already pre-separated, which saves a lot of time. So take one out. Separate the end of it. And then also separate the other end as well. Oh, I will also have an apron on. So for the girls that braid, have aprons on so you can put your latch hook right in the pocket. You can put your comb right in the pocket. And your nail glue right in your pocket, so you could just do. So latch hook it in there. Now only put a little bit through, not half and half like the other one. And this will determine the length of the box braid and how much hair you have to wrap around. And also if you need to add more hair as well. So we ran out of this long stretchy hair. I think it was 24 inches. So we had to go and buy a 20-inch pack. But that means I had to add 2 strands on one faux lock at the top of the hair. And I'll show you how to do that towards the end of the video. But now, as you can see, I'm just wrapping one direction. And this is my first faux lock I ever did in life. So that's why I had to record it. But make sure that the hair is spread out a little bit. You see how I have it kind of like a sprawled effect kind of while I'm twisting it. That helps it from unraveling. But you have to make sure that you are twisting it tight. Oh, and I also have another little trick. Now to help it from unraveling, when you put the glue on the end to seal it up, make sure you put some nail glue on the actual shaft of the faux lock too. Don't put it up too high because that's where her natural hair is, but maybe like 5 inches from the root, right? Or just an inch from where her natural hair stops. Put the glue on the actual shaft, and that helps it as well to stay intact. Yep, and then I just sealed the bottom. Now at this point, you see where I'm putting the glue. Oh, also when it comes to glue, I used about 3 bottles of glue on this hairstyle. So make sure you have some nail glue. So this is a lock that I had to add braiding hair to. As you can see, I started running out of braiding hair. I took another piece that wasn't separated, placed it right up against the lock, started separating it a little bit, right? A little bit, so I could press it to the lock, flatten it, and then I brought the rest of the hair around it, right? Made sure I tucked it and brought it around super tight. Make sure it's super, super, super tight. I brought it around 4th, right? This is the 4th time counting. Boom, brought it around the 5th time. And then I took the new hair that I just added, put it with the old hair that was shortening, and blended it a little bit. And now I'm bringing that around as well. So now we just added some extra braiding hair to the lock, and now you can finish the lock as usual. You can also see how I am sealing the end. And as you can see, we're coming to the end. We were super exhausted. But like this dread, I had to add on some hair. Mind you, I never did it before. And I just had to learn on the fly. So that's what I did. Last one, my friend. And we're done. So now I'm just cutting the ends. I didn't do any cutting at first, just to save some time. Oh, also, so I had a pack of Kanekalon Hair to thicken up the dread at the end. And just all the way through too, you know. Because some girls use the braiding method of they actually braid Kanekalon hair in at the top of the hair, braid it all the way down, so then you have the thickness of the whole dread top to bottom. But in this case, I wanted to save a little time, and just to braid the top, I put some Kanekalon in so the dreads will be consistent in size from root to tip and all that. As you can see, we are 10 hours in. She was so tired, but we got it together. And now see those beautiful ends, making sure they are in a V cut. Beautiful. And that's it. That's the final look. Boom. Ain't she beautiful? So beautiful. Hopefully you guys liked this tutorial. I just knew it wasn't gonna take this long, but it took that long. But I'm done. Boiling. Okay, so now what's next? Cleaning up. I don't even want to clean up. I kind of just want to sit down. Sit down, baby. Just sit down, baby. But the sun is still up. See, I like that. It don't feel like I've been braiding the whole day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I should have put fewer braids in her head, maybe. But I thought I was aiming for that, especially in the back. Like, the aim was there. And see, I got glue all on my fingers. But yeah, so the back had fewer braids, but then I put more on the band. But them boys took so long, bro. And it was my first time doing it though too. So I had to figure out like how to add more hair because I started running out because we had to go grab another pack. It was just like, but hopefully you learned how to do that in this video, and hopefully you enjoyed. And I am going to clean up now. Hopefully you learned a little bit. Hopefully you learned how to add a little bit more, you know, a little bit more to a piece that's a little short. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button. I love you, just know that. And tomorrow I'm kicking my feet up. It's Memorial Day, so I hope that you are looking forward to eating a real good plate of food and just being around real love, real people, and creating some real moments, you know? So I love you. Thank you so much for that like. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel again. I've been having some fun doing this and just showcasing, you know, what I do and what I've been learning and all the things and many talents God has given me. So just know I love you again. And I'll see you in the next video.